Hi everybody. So this video is going to be on past lives. So this one's kind of similar to the twin flame one, not very much, but so as to talking about past lives and things like that, this is kind of a carry on to what I was saying before. So that video is on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. But okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about, what past lives are, what they have to do with, how we can remember them, what do they mean, things like that. So it's about all that good stuff. So I wrote, past lives are lives that were lived before. We were meant to live the lives to help us learn what we were supposed to know for each incarnation. So disclaimer, before I get too deep into anything, I just want to say that anybody can believe in what they want. People don't have to believe in what I'm saying. This is exactly my opinion. It is not something that I'm saying is a fact. Although I have channeled this, I have seen it for myself, things like that. This is my own belief. So if somebody else believes in whatever else, or if they don't believe in reincarnation, they don't have to. I'm not forcing it. That's all that I'm trying to say, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to say like this is it and that's it. Like, no, anyone can believe in what they want. So I do believe in reincarnation. I believe that we are meant to reincarnate each life until we come back and we reach the highest level of ourselves that we can be, and from there then we will peacefully just relax in the afterlife, and that's it. That's what I believe. I don't believe that there's you die and that's it, there's no other chances. I don't believe that God would let us only have one chance to prove everything right. I just think that there's more than one chance, because we're human and we have to learn. People make mistakes, right? Everybody does, like everybody. So we choose each and every lifetime. Everything happens to us for a literal reason. Nothing is because life hates us. Even the worst things in life teach us life-changing lessons that we carry into the next life, in which we are more mature. So this, I wanted to say, was we choose every single lifetime. Everything that happens to us, we choose it before we come here. We choose our mothers, we choose our fathers, we choose our lovers, we choose our best friends, we choose our challenges, we choose our happiness, we choose our insecurities, we choose everything that happens to us in every lifetime. So everything that's ever happened to you is because it's been predestined for you. And yeah, I do believe in it's a psychology term, I should know because I'm in psychology, but external lotus of belief, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, internal lotus of belief or something like that. It's like when you believe that that you don't have a choice in life, and life already has a plan for you and you have no choice to change that. And there's where you believe that everything is your choice, so whatever you want to happen is going to be because you chose it. So I believe in both. I believe that everything is predestined, but I do believe in free will. So I feel like God already knows everything that's going to happen to you, but you have to make your choices along the way. You know what I mean? So you might have a choice to do A or B, but God already knows you're going to choose B, but that's your choice, you know? That's exactly, because free will, I believe in free will. So I do believe that you have the choice to choose whatever it is that you want. Okay, so yeah, you choose everything. Before you come down, before you're reincarnated, you choose everything that happens to you. So if you've been through a terrible breakup and you're like, why me, whatever, you choose that before you come here. You're like, okay, when I'm 14 or when I'm 18, I'm gonna be heartbroken by somebody and it's gonna change my life. And that's exactly what happened. So in a way, it might seem like life is unfair, but really all of these things happen so that you can learn something. Because I've been through some things that I questioned myself. I'm like, why? But honestly, in the end, I'm okay. Like, look at me, I'm still alive. I learned everything that I needed to, and that's why I know what I know today. So it's all by choice, you know? You kind of just have to realize that your soul knows, your higher self knows more than your ego self does, for sure. Your ego does not know what's best for you. It thinks it knows what's best for you, but it does not. So keep that in mind. The second thing is, I wrote, why would we choose such horrible things to happen to us? And I wrote, because we're given a list to choose from of things that can happen to us, and we choose the things that we know will survive, even if it seems absolutely horrible. Life is about learning and healing. Nothing that happens to us is something we cannot handle. So I've heard this a lot, where people think that something that they've been through is just so unbearable and they cannot live with it, and it's just the absolute worst. And honestly, I've been there. There's definitely those things in life. I've seen people who've been through things that have just been so devastating, and as hard as it is, I know it's so hard, but you do end up okay. You end up learning what you need to. You end up surviving. You end up thriving. You end up being a whole different person, and it's up to you to take the bad situation and make it into something positive. Because easy, anyone could have went through some death, a death of a family member, and just been like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna shut myself off from the world because it's too depressing to live on. And easy, you could have done that and lived like that. Or you could have turned it around and been like, okay, you know what, I've learned that death is inevitable, and I learned a lot, and I feel like I should live my life the way that it was intended, because I see how short life is. You know, there's two different ways to look at things, and you have to look at them from both perspectives. You have to look at it from the sad way and the happy way to understand which way is better. And it's always the happier way, you know, always the way that helps you thrive the best. So the horrible things, they're all meant to teach us lessons. So what I believe is, in one incarnation, you learn everything that you're supposed to, and then you take it to the next incarnation. So each lifetime has a different purpose. Maybe say your first lifetime, you came to earth, you're a new baby, you're just a new soul, and you're very innocent, and you don't really know much about the world, and you're kind of naive. Like, you don't think too hard about things. You live YOLO, like you live your life the way that you feel like you should, but you don't really think too much about the things that you should. And that leads to some sort of disaster, maybe an accident, something like that. Like a free soul, you know, those people that just be like YOLO and they just go out and have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, a lot of times some of those people are young souls, because they're just like living their life and everything like that, and then maybe one day they get into a car accident because they were drinking and driving after a party. You see, like, you learn from that experience, your soul learns from that experience, and you take it into the next lifetime, and you come back as a person who may still be a free soul, but this time you might be a little bit more cautious of your decisions, and you don't even know that this happened to you in your past life, but you are just like that the next time. And I think that's amazing. I think it's so cool how things like that work out, how you learn from your past experiences. And okay, so the next thing, okay, do soulmates exist, and do we choose our enemies? So yes, soulmates exist, in my opinion. Again, I feel like a lot of people believe in soulmates after they meet their soulmate lover, but they're soulmates. They're friend soulmates, they're parent soulmates, they're love soulmates, they're every type of soulmate that you can imagine. There are karmics, there are kindred spirits, there's twin flame soul ties, all that stuff. And basically, karmic soulmates are the soulmates that teach you a lesson. So say you had a really mean friend when you were in elementary school, and they were just honestly such a bully to you, and you thought they were your friend but they weren't, and all these things, and you're just like, wow, how could Rebecca screw me over like that? Well, Rebecca was there to teach you a lesson, and that lesson was to not let people step all over you. And once you learn that lesson, Rebecca leaves your life because her purpose is done. And she doesn't know that she had a purpose in your life, but it's just the way it is. It's just how the universe works. That's it. Like, you learn and you let go and bye. And that's what a karmic soulmate is. They're people that are meant to teach you lessons but are not meant to stay in your life. And I feel like for a lot of people, karmic soulmates could be a first love, a toxic first love, where the person was very abusive and very mean. And once you learn a lesson of not letting people step all over you and how to stand up for yourself in relationships and things like that, then they will leave and you guys will break up, you fall out of love with them, and you move on for the better, hopefully. Soulmates are people who are just like this with you, and they're stronger than soul ties or kindred spirits. Soulmates are people that are just fun-loving with you. Like, they match you. They're just like you. You guys love the same music. You guys love the same things. You both are artists. It's just like amazing. And it could be a boo, or it could be a best friend. It could be anything. And I do believe that there are multiple soulmates for sure. Like, there could be more than one soulmate, because some people think that only one person can be your soulmate, but there can be a soulmate relationship. There could be a soulmate best friend, a soulmate parent, just anybody that you really click with, and you know, like, I don't know, it's just a feeling that you have. It's just like a soul connection. This is my soulmate, and that's it. A lot of times I feel like people slip that word out and they don't even realize it. Or a lot of times I hear, oh, I never believed in soulmates, but I feel like you're my soulmate. That's like a perfect example. Karmic soul ties and kindred spirits, that's what I wanted to get into more. So these two are people who are elder. Does that make sense? It's like in the movies where the person someone meets like an elder who's just there for you, and they're super kind. They might not even teach you a whole lot, but they'll take care of you, and you guys click, but it's not like so much where you guys hang out all the time. You just have a good chat every once in a while, and you're like, okay, I like him, he's really cool. That's a kindred spirit. So it's just someone who you groove with. It's just someone that you're just like, okay, like cool thing, you know, like a casual friend. It's a casual friend that you really honestly trust. It might be your work buddy, or the person I see at the store all the time, and you're just like, hey, you're my favorite cashier, whatever, you know, things like that. Healing soulmates are people, now like the elder, but this time the elder wants to teach you a whole bunch of things, kind of like Karate Kid, like that. That's an example of the healing soulmate, because they teach you a whole bunch of lessons. And this isn't like karmic, because karmic is more so toxic towards you. Healing is just to help you see things that you haven't seen before. Sometimes they do end up leaving because their purpose there is done as well. But these people are people that you'll remember with a smile on your face. You'll be like, wow, they really helped me a lot. And the last part is twin flames. Twin flames I already mentioned before. So twin flames are two souls of one whole, and they come together to complete one another in a way, because like I said before, I believe everyone is already whole by themselves, but these two are just complements of one another, and they make things better in life. They fulfill their reasonings and things like that. So that is exactly what all of my explanations of these soulmates are, and what they mean for each lifetime. Can we remember our past lives? The answer is yes, we can. Past life regressions can help to see past lives. That's what we and my twin flame did anyway. Past life regressions, what are those? So I did this. I used a twin flame. This was for twin flames, by the way. I did a twin flame meditation, and I did it to see my past life, because I really wanted to see what was up. I wanted to see who I was. I wanted to see who I knew, all these things. And I found out some crazy stuff about my most recent past life. I used to be the most insecure person ever, and I learned, like, that is exactly, it was just unbelievable. Everything made sense. Like, the problems I had with people, what I went through, everything just clicked like this, and I was like, okay, this literally makes so much sense, and now I understand why I was the way that I was, and now I've healed that, you know. So past life regressions are meditations that you do, and you kind of have to be in a meditative state. Like, you have to really balance with your third eye. You have to kind of have chakras healed, because you have to know exactly what you're looking at. You can't let your ego get in the way. It's like a soul thing. So in your past life regression, you can see who you were. It's kind of just to see whatever you want to see. So for me, I wanted to see my first life. I wanted to see my most recent life, which was the one I was most interested in. I didn't really want to see like the middle ones. I didn't really care, to be honest. I just wanted to see the most recent one, because I knew the most recent one was the reason for why I am the way I am today. So I'll link some past life regressions down below if you guys want to check it out. It's really, really cool. You should write it down after you do it, because you're gonna be like, okay, because I did this when I wanted to heal myself. So I wrote everything down, and I started taking out pointers of things I could do to better myself. You guys should do that for yourself too, if you really want to, you know, heal yourself and feel better, because it works. It really does work. It's amazing. And it definitely strengthened my belief in past lives, because I saw it. And you might think it's your imagination, but you know the difference between imagination is your ego forcing it. So your ego's like, oh yeah, you lived in a castle in a beautiful island. Like, no, that's not, like, if you know it's fake, you can feel it's fake. If you know it's real when you just feel it and it's just coming to you and you just see it and you're like, okay, I understand that this is exactly what I went through. And it might even be an ending that you didn't even want to happen to you. And you'll just know. That's it. You'll just know. A movie that I recommend about past lives, Origin. I-E-Y-E, Origin. Search that up. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not sure. I watched it like 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was like ridiculous. It's about past lives. It's about twin flames. So it's kind of sad, but it's not, because the ending is very good. But it gives you a perfect example of what a past life is and how they work and what twin flames are. It just makes all the sense in the world. So you guys should watch that. Okay, that's basically all I had to say. Just keep that in mind whenever you're looking at your past lives. Just know that everything will be okay, and everything that you've been through and you're going to go through, you will make it out of, because that's the type of person you are, and that's exactly what you chose. And that helped me a lot in situations where I felt very upset about something. I just thought, okay, I chose this for myself, so if I did, I must have known what I was doing. And that's it. It helps me, because I realize that my soul knows that we'll get through it because it chose it for me. It's very important to have that belief in yourself that you know that things are going to be okay. Just work hard. You guys can do it. Okay, so guys, to end this video, I just want to say thank you guys for watching my other videos. It means a lot. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. If you like it, like, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Thank you. But follow my Instagram is electrasoul444, and check out my spiritual store. It's electrasoul.co. So I'll put those two in the bio. Thank you guys again. Peace out.